I just failed. I mean, from my training originally, I think I got my first addictions placement. It was actually on an inpatient detox ward, and I think it really sort of enlightened or sparked off a real interest in the area, and generally finding people fascinating, and finding addictions also really, really fascinating, and how people get into certain situations, and in terms of what then treatments are available. And I found addictions actually a really hopeful area to work in.
To be honest, I fell into it. I didn't deliberately go out to look to work in this field, but I trained to do the work I do, and this was a job I got. And why do I stay in it? I actually think it's just there's such a variety. I mean, there isn't a type of person that you meet. You meet everybody.
Being a doctor is a huge privilege. You get to hear people talk to you about things that they would find often quite difficult to talk to in many other settings. And so it is the ultimate privilege in a way to be able to hear all of these stories.
You can't say there's a type of, there are a few types of client in a way, but basically you've got all of humanity that just happens to have used or know someone who's used a substance.
Working in the field of addictions, it is this incredible blend of different aspects of my training. So obviously as a psychiatrist, there's all the mental health training I have, but as a general doctor, there's also all the physical health training I have. And that really, really becomes important when you're dealing with people who have problems with their liver or hepatitis or HIV.
I learn, for every patient I've seen, I learn something new. Patients are the experts. They teach, I can learn a lot from books and reading, which I have done, but the main source of my education has been, the privilege to work and hear and share the experiences that many of the clients, have presented over the years, and it's quite humbling in many cases.
The other really fascinating part around this field is how you can't really just think as a doctor. That's just not enough. You need to think about the psychological and the social contexts of what's going on, and if you don't do that, then you're sort of missing the point, really. So in a way, as a health professional, the addiction field is the ultimate challenge in terms of blending, all these biological elements, these psychological elements, and these social elements together. And that gives it a richness that is why I come to work.